As a child, I thought of my father as Superman. But as I grew older, I came to realize my dad was actually just a ordinary guy who liked to run around the house with a red cape and blue bodysuit on for no apparent reason. Besides, I never remember Superman getting his cape caught up in a ceiling fan. Was my dad like the dads you see on TV? No, he wasn't. He was genuine. My father struggled with alcoholism. He also often said and did things that he regretted. In life, we have choices. Sometimes we make good choices, sometimes not so good. And some things we have no choice over, like where we're born, who our parents are, or in my case, Parkinson's, or my legal given name, Wilbur Lorenzo Bowen III, a name that I share with my father and my grandfather. Kids would often make fun of my long, cumbersome name. I thought it was to name a child such a long name was cruel, but to name three people that is just not right. As a child, I was afraid of swimming in deep water. I was so afraid that I wouldn't even change to a bathing suit. But it was because of my father's encouragement that I learned to swim in deep water. Son, one of two things is going to happen today. One, you're going to learn how to swim. Or two, you're not, and that's your choice. My father grabbed me by the breeches and threw me out to the middle of the swimming pool. Frantically, I swam to the edge of the pool, and I was so ecstatic. I was swimming. Yep, that was a good choice, son. And on those cold winter days in Ohio, I would share my dreams and my struggles with my father as we played the game of chess. Son, how's school coming? It's okay, but nobody likes me. No, nobody would choose me for team sports. Really? Huh, I guess they don't know how great you are. Son, I'll always choose you. Always. Anything else? Yes, checkmate, I won. Well, there you go. We also played Jim Rummy for a wager, and I still owe him $3,457.27. Unfortunately, my father's struggle with alcohol became worse, and my mother couldn't deal with it anymore. So she relocated to New Mexico with my brother, sister, and me. So while my father sorted out his life in Ohio, I was starting a new life, going to high school in Santa Fe, New Mexico. My relationship with my father became more distant when he remarried. And when that marriage fell apart, he just disappeared. When I was 34 years old, I was working for a church in Houston, Texas, when I got a phone call. Hello? Hello? Oh my God, where are you? You're homeless? Your health is deteriorated. I'm sorry. Against the advice of my mother, I brought my father to Houston so I could take care of him. And it was going well for a while. But one day, when I came to the center, I noticed all these extension cords going into a walk-in closet. And there I saw the bookkeeper. Jennifer, what are you doing in the closet? Oh, oh. I went in the direction she pointed, and there in this conference room, I found my father watching a videotape sermon, which encouraged me. Come on, preacher, bring it on home. Tell it like it is. But then upon further inspection, I realized that he was medicating himself with liquor, and he was just wearing his boxer shorts. I felt so ashamed, so disappointed. I wanted to join Jennifer in the closet. The church director told me, Wilbur, I'm really sorry, but your father's going to have to go. So while I looked for a place for my father, his health plummeted, and he ended up in the hospital. One day, while visiting my father in the hospital, I heard his whole life story. Throughout the night to the early morning, well past visiting hours. And for the first time, I saw him not as a father or as a husband. I saw him as a man struggling with his demons. And that night he shared with me a secret that when my mother was pregnant with me, she decided she didn't want me. She decided to terminate the pregnancy. My father wouldn't have anything to do with it. No way was I going to allow her to do it. No way. So on the day of her scheduled appointment, I set off the fire alarm, and they had to close the clinic that day. And 8 months later, Wilbur Lorenzo Bowen III came into this world. I may not have chosen my father, but he chose me. And on that day, any feelings of resentment I had toward my father just vanished. And all I felt was incredible love for this man. Several months later, he passed away. When I was asked by the coroner to identify my father, for the first time I was able to say proudly, my name is Wilbur Lorenzo Bowen III, and that man is my father, Wilbur Lorenzo Bowen Jr., also known as Superman. My father may not be an example of what a great father figure is, or like what a TV dad is like, but he believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. He chose me when I didn't even exist, and for that reason, he truly is my superhero. In life, we have choices. Sometimes we make good choices, sometimes we make bad choices, but either way, we're responsible. Who can you choose to believe in? Be someone's superhero.